You want to become a pro in Call of Duty Mobile, but what are the habits that professional COD Mobile players use? For the past 3 days, I've been analyzing the habits of some of the top players in the game, and I'm here to share with you 10 habits that'll make you a pro in Call of Duty Mobile. Number 1 is slide ADS. In Call of Duty Mobile, there's a thing called sprint to fire delay. This means when you aim your weapon while sprinting, there's gonna be a delay on your aim. Basically, the game is gonna stop the running animation first, and then it's gonna start the aiming animation. And stopping the running animation takes like 200 milliseconds, so you have to wait 200 milliseconds before you can even start aiming. Obviously, we don't want this to happen. We want to be able to aim as fast as possible. Well, to fix this delay, you need to use slide ADS. To avoid stopping the sprint animation, all you gotta do is simply slide before aiming your gun. By doing this, there's gonna be absolutely no delay on your aim, meaning you can scope in way faster. If you watch the COD Mobile Championship, then you probably noticed that everyone uses this technique. The second good habit that pro players use is reload cancelling. Obviously, when you reload your weapon, there's gonna be a reload animation. The thing is, this animation is kinda misleading. You don't really have to go through the whole animation for your weapon to get the ammo. Like look, my gun received the ammo, but the animation is still going. This is for sure gonna waste a lot of time in battle. So instead of waiting for the reload animation to finish, it's a good habit to cancel the animation as soon as you get the ammo. Not only is it gonna save your time, this will help you play more aggressive and deal with more than one enemies at once. Reload cancelling does take a little bit of practice, so make sure you're practicing this habit on your next match. Moving on to the third habit is to have a selective arsenal. One thing I noticed while watching the championship is that pro players don't change their weapons frequently. You're always gonna find them using the same 3 weapons in every match. The reason why professional players use a selective number of weapons is because mastering a few weapons is better than being average with every single gun in the game. Think about it, if you focus on mastering a few weapons, you'll start to learn the mechanics and behavior of those weapons. This is gonna allow you to predict how the weapon is gonna behave on different situations, meaning you'll have more precise and consistent shots. So instead of using all kinds of weapons like a kid in a candy store, master 3 primary weapons. And these 3 weapons should contain a close, a medium, and a high range weapon. Follow this habit of using 3 weapons and you'll start to see the improvements. Habit number 4 is to burst fire at long range. As you know, in Call of Duty Mobile, every single gun has some kind of recoil, and the further your enemy is, the harder it gets to control your weapon because of this recoil. And this causes your accuracy to be really bad at long range. Now you can fix this issue by burst firing your weapon whenever your target is far away from you. Burst firing is gonna help you avoid the recoil and give you a better BSA, helping you get more kills from far away. But do keep in mind you should never use burst fire when your enemy is directly facing you or if they're shooting at you. In that case, you might die if you try to burst fire. Instead, use it when your target is getting further away from you or if they're running away. Talking about burst fire, do you think burst rifles are better than automatic rifles? Let me know in the comments. Pro habit number 5 is to use score streaks at the right time. Now imagine this is you. You're playing a match of domination in your favorite map with your favorite weapon, and you're getting a lot of kills, capturing a lot of flags, helping out your teammates, and overall getting a bunch of XP. Now after doing this for a while, congratulations, you unlocked all your score streaks. So you call your UAV, and while you're calling it in, there's an enemy right in front of you, and the rest is history. See how important it is to call in your score streaks at the right time? Instead of doing what you just did, try to be smart when calling in your score streaks. For example, when you see that there's a guy capturing the B flag, use your shocker C to get him off the flag. Most people just deploy their shocker C as soon as they unlock it and start to follow it around. The thing is, you don't want your score streaks to control you, you want yourself to control the score streaks. The habit of using side lanes is also important. As soon as a match starts in any game mode, you have 3 choices. You can either go through the middle lane like 70% of the players, or you can use the left and right lane to sneak up to your opponents and get easy kills. Unless you're super confident that you can manage to deal with multiple enemies at once, you should never rush to the middle of the map, especially in the start of the match. Instead, if you use the side lanes properly, you could get more kills and be more supportive to your team. Holding angles is also a very important habit you should practice. Doing this will help you get more kills and be safe at the same time. Now when holding angles, it's important to find different head glitches on the map. For example, when you aim over this wall, your enemies are only gonna see your head, and it's gonna be really hard for them to aim on you. However, you can see their entire body and easily get the kill. And whenever you need to reload, just crouch and nobody's gonna see you. That's the power of holding angles. Now keep in mind, if you stay at one place for too long, they're gonna know that you're there, and eventually you will get killed. But holding different angles and changing it time to time is a really good habit. You'll also find pro players keeping an eye on the minimap. The minimap shows your enemies when they're shooting. It even shows enemy score streaks like the shield turret, SAM turret, and shock RCs. And it also shows those annoying K9 units that can easily kill you. By analyzing the minimap, you can understand all these things and have a better idea of where you should go in the map. Most people overlook the importance of the minimap and start playing like a blind person, which is a bad habit. And it's important to use the right settings to improve in COD Mobile. Using bad settings can really place you in a difficult situation. There's a bunch of settings that can instantly help you become better at Call of Duty Mobile. I've made an entire video on some pro settings in COD Mobile. I highly recommend checking out that video. That video is definitely gonna change change your gameplay and help you find the right settings, so click here to watch that video. Thanks for watching.